Welcome to Spotlight with Shonda Scott. Today our Spotlight is highlighting one of our great alumni that have graduated from Oakland Public Schools. He's a professor, he's a coach, he's a former tight end at Skyline High School, and he's here today to talk about his career and path from Skyline to the classroom and all that happened in between. We're happy to have Dr. Jamal Cooks with us today. Welcome, Professor.
Hi,
I'm glad to see you. I'm used to calling you Coach all the time. You have so many hats. I'm like, I have to remember Professor,
yes.
Doctor.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you're such an inspiration for the young people to see you, your authenticity and who you are, and then your connection with Oakland, and then to be, you know, such a stellar professor. We just want to hear more about your journey from Skyline to the classroom.
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, I appreciate you inviting me here. I'm from East Oakland. I grew up on 57th Avenue between Bancroft and East 14th and Seminary and 55th, so I'm homegrown. Went through the public school system, went through Redwood Heights, Montera, on to Skyline, and I just love being from Oakland. And I talk about being from Oakland all the time, no matter where I'm presenting around the country. When I left Skyline, I ended up going to UC Berkeley. Okay. And when I went to Cal, I was being asked to walk on for track and for football. And I just decided I wanted to be a student. Berkeley is a pretty heavy academic place, and so I wanted to make sure I was able to focus on that. Right. When I left Berkeley, I ended up teaching. I was teaching at King Estates Junior High School.
So did you always aspire to be a teacher? Or
no.
Was that what that wasn't your path? You just came into it? Because they're always looking for men, African-American men, to be in the classroom. So that's fascinating that you were able to
I worked in after-school tutorial programs and mentoring programs all the way through undergrad. And so I wanted to go into business. And so I just looked at working with kids as a way to get through undergrad. But I was told by administrators that I was good at it, that the kids connected with me. And it wasn't until I graduated that I decided to be a teacher. So, no, it wasn't something I was thinking about doing.
But it ended up being your purpose and passion, it sounds like.
Absolutely. So I went to graduate school at the University of Michigan, went for a master's program in curriculum development, and then stayed for a PhD in language literacy and culture.
Oh, okay. So you went away and did all that and came back. That's fantastic.
Ran back.
Okay.
I mean, this the town. This, my parents were both living at the time, and so I came back home to take care of them. I had gotten married, as well, and I came back and I started teaching at Skyline. John Beam, who is the head coach at Laney in football, was my football coach when I was at Skyline. And when I came back and started teaching, he said, "Hey, why don't you coach the boys?" I said, "Coach, I don't want to really do that." He said, "Well, okay." So that's on the second time. He said, "Okay, how about you ready to coach now?" "No, Coach, I'm good. I just got married. My parents are sick." So then I'm going down to the gym to give him a piece of paper something from his box. And he said, "Gentlemen, this is Coach Cooks, your new track coach." And that was how I was hired. That was my interview. That was how I was hired. That was my orientation. And
the rest is history.
Literally.
Well, you know, speaking of that, so a lot has happened from the 90s till now. Kids are exposed to a lot more. I mean, a lot more challenges, and we're all trying to figure out how to help them be successful. So that's part of why we have the alumni edition, so students can see that their coaches and their professors, they were once students in Oakland schools, and so giving them a visual of success, but then also helping to give some kind of words of wisdom. So what words of wisdom would you give children today? You were that child and you see it, so you're still in the classroom, so you've seen the evolution of what changes are happening just even at Skyline.
I think there's a couple of things. I think my advice would be, keep academics first. A lot of people talk about, oh, I can't pay for college and these different things. Well, if you get A's, you can get some money.
That's true.
If you get A's, someone's going to pay for you to go to school. It's about identifying what you need and getting that from the people that love you and getting that from the people that support you and that have resources to be able to move forward.
Right. Well, good. Thank you for your service, and thank you for coming back to Oakland and being such a beacon of light for our young people, especially our young boys.
Thank you. Know where I'd rather be.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You've been watching Spotlight. Our Spotlight today is part of our alumni edition with Dr. Jamal Cooks, who is a coach, a professor, and a graduate from Oakland Unified School District. Thank you for joining us.